Hello, welcome to the tutorial for the BUS615 class starting with spring 2013 quarter. There's a new assignment that's added into the course and we wanted to give you this little tutorial to make it easier for you guys to manage this particular project going forward. In order to access the material that we're going to be talking about here, I want you to click on the seminar folder over here in your menu. That will open up the Instructor Resources folder. Now this is a draft class, so your 615 may look a little bit different, but you usually have your 6 seminar folders, and then you will have an Instructor Resources folder at the top. Click on your Instructor Resources folder. You will have a bunch of things inside that folder, but there will be a new item in there. If you've taught this class before, the one new item will be something related to the group project. You'll have a basic set of instructions here. Then you have at least 3 documents. One of them is going to be an entire text version of the instructions as to how this group project works, what your particular role is, what will be the student's role in this thing, how it would be evaluated, and anything that you need to know regarding this particular group project, how it's laid out, and so forth. Then the next file here is called Problems, and this is something that I'll demonstrate in a moment what you have to do with this. But there has been 6 selected and approved problems, and you will grab one of those problems and assign it to a particular group. So if you're going to have 3 groups in the class, out of this list of 6, you will choose 3 different problems and assign those to your Group A, Group B, Group C, and they will work on that during Seminar 1 through 5 of the course. And then finally there is a rubric as it relates to how this particular project is going to be evaluated. So in order to see what this project looks like, we're going to go back again to the seminars folder, and just about everything that you're going to see from a difference point of view to your previous versions of this class you'll find in the Seminar 1 folder. Inside the Seminar 1 folder you'll see that we've created a Group A blog, a B blog, and a C blog. So that's your 3 individual groups. In this particular course we've chosen a blog to use as the way that the students are going to communicate and collaborate on this particular project. And so we'll demonstrate that in a moment. And then down at the very bottom of this list is going to be a journal. The journal is explained to you in the instructions. It will also be another tutorial video to go into more detail regarding that and what that's going to look like and what it's used for. But basically it's going to be the tool used for evaluation. There's going to be a 3-part evaluation on a weekly basis regarding this group project. The student will do a self-evaluation. They will also evaluate all the members of their team, and those teammates will evaluate themselves as well and their other teammates. And then the instructor will use a rubric that we've created to grade the students for each weekly aspect of this particular group project. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. In order to access this particular group blog, in order to do anything with it, again, instructions are provided, but you would just click on the blog here in this particular spot and it will open that particular blog so that you can see what's been going on. The blogs themselves work exactly like a discussion board. You will create an entry. That's just like creating a new thread, and then once there's an entry here, which there's not, but I will put one up here to show you what it looks like, any member of that particular group has the ability to either comment on that, which is similar to hitting reply in the discussion board, or they can create their own blog entry as well to add some totally new information to what the conversation currently is. Another way that they can access those blogs is down here in Course Tools. If you click on Course Tools, the second item down is Blogs. And so if you clicked on that, as you can see, it takes us to the same spot. Okay, so let's take a look at what you're going to have to do. And this is all you have to do. You don't have to add any students to the blog or anything like that. It's automatically set up. But the instructions will tell you that the first thing you have to do is choose one of the problems. And if you remember back in the Instructor Resources folder, we actually had that file. That was the problems. Now just so you know, yours may open up differently. Whoops. I'm using a Mac, So here's a list of the problems with this little dash next to it. You'll see that there's 6 of them. So let's say this particular group, we've decided this is the problem what we're going to use. A little copy and paste situation. I'll get this out of the way, go back to Blackboard. And I can go back to my seminars folder area, seminar folder 1. And let's say I'm going to assign this to group blog B. I will create a new entry. We could call this group B problem. And we post entry. And there it is. Now at this particular point, you or any students in group B that would like to add to this, they can either click comment right down here. And as you see, they will get a dialog box where they can type in what they would like and then hit add. It would kind of form a tree like you usually see in a thread of the discussion board, or they can go back and do what you did. They can create a whole new blog entry, and that is just like creating a new thread in the discussion board. So that's how you are going to enter those particular areas, create a blog entry or comment. Students will do the same, and you'll have this ongoing dialogue. You're going to use these particular blogs from Seminar 1 through Seminar 5, and the blogs will be wrapped up in Seminar 5. The entire group project will be wrapped up then. Over here in the middle where it says View Entries By, this whole area you get a bunch of information. There's going to be a weekly index so you can kind of track what's going on in the different threads. As a member creates a new blog entry, their name is going to be listed here with the number of new blog entries that they've created. And show members without entry. If, for example, you want to make sure that every member does post an original blog entry each week, this should be the list of the students that are in that particular group. And it's very easy for you to identify that if you wanted to go back and look from a group perspective. When you're doing evaluation, if you wanted to look at an individual member and what they've created, you could just click on their name over here. So if there was a bunch of people listed here and I wanted to see what Robert Payne created, I would just click on Robert Payne. And I would get everything that Robert Payne put together as far as new threads. Looking at what they commented on, you would have to look through the entire tree of everything. So what they have commented on would be on other people's original threads. That's pretty much all that's to it. There isn't anything else that you have to do. You're going to find it's very similar to your discussion boards. And so I think you'll be comfortable with it right out of the gate. So again, faculty would go start area with the seminar area there, and that's going to give you information in the Instructor Resources folder to everything you need. It would be very helpful to read the instructions first because it's laid out in great detail what exactly you have to do. And then here's the rubric for the instructors portion of the journal. And again, we'll show the journal in another instructional video. Thanks.